Hello, commoners, and welcome to the
Fourth Action! How'd she get in here? Get back into the imaginary world.
Commoners, wow.
Fawin's such a elitist.
Yeah. Peasants. Sometimes I forget just how like haughty she is, and then all of a sudden,
then she talks.
Then she talks.
Yeah, that does it. That does it.
Yeah.
You want to talk about attitude, though, as we jump right in episodes, whatever this is, 64 to 67. Yes, the attitude of those hobgoblins during interrogation.
That was great.
Oh, my goodness. It was absolutely fantastic.
Did you guys have fun with the personalities I gave them?
Yeah.
You did such a fantastic job with that. Like, it was very easy to see dumb as a box of rocks, viciously, Chenik being viciously backstabby, or willing to be that way on anybody, right?
Oh, all of them were.
Yeah. And then Demiri kind of at the end, Demiri there is like, she starts off mean. This is a conversation you guys should have because you've been the ones who did it. But then she starts off mean, and then at the end is almost like, hey, with your elf magic and my crew, we could do something, Boddy.
But can you ever really trust her?
Oh, 100%. No way.
Chocolate my peanut butter?
Yeah. This is absolutely like the fox and the scorpion. Is it?
Yeah.
Scorpion.
Yeah.
The
frog and the scorpion. There you go.
Yes.
It's fox and the snake or something like that. Something.
Yes.
The fox and the crow.
Fox
If you're
and the
talking
crow.
Aesop.
I'm just messing up all of my.
Jeez.
So many mixed.
The rabbit and the
one,
octopus.
the Smith.
That's the fisherman's wife.
Okay, this went down a weird alley. Back on the main road.
Anyway,
You realize, unlike the banter at the beginning of the episodes, we probably won't cut any of this, right? So it's a fourth action.
Sometimes when you tee them up, you just got to take the swing. Though.
now this is the first time we've done a fourth action in the morning of a brand new session.
Yeah.
Usually we do them after we've played a few
That's
sessions.
probably the issue. Most people
So right
don't
now
know,
it sounds like we've had a few.
most people don't know it takes us an hour to actually start when we get here.
Yeah.
Sometimes an hour and a half.
I actually like this because it's productive. It's productive.
Now
energy.
we're getting it all out.
Yeah,
before
productive
we-
goofing around.
Yeah.
That's what
While
this
we're
is.
still all hopped up on caffeine.
Yeah. Oh yeah. We've all had our morning coffees.
Yeah, we get and because we are genuinely excited to be here with each other and play this game and continue this story. Like it's become, I really can't imagine life without this connection with you guys and being here at the table now. It's so much. It's part of like my routine, and I look forward to it every time we record.
We do. We've gotten to the point where in our group text, as game day approaches, one of us is like, "I'm so excited."
It's always the same. It's usually Brook.
Okay, it's me.
It's you and someone else usually,
Yeah. He gets somebody else in there.
and someone else is usually me.
Yeah.
And Emily and Hal are like, oh my god, these extroverts.
Hey, we'll focus back on the game in just a minute, but our August was amazing when it came to downloads and
Yeah, it's
things.
the best month we've had so far.
Thank you guys so much out there
We
for listening.
broke a threshold limit of downloads, and so it's super exciting.
Yeah.
And it's been crazy how like it just keeps the daily download average just keeps climbing and just keeps climbing and just keeps climbing. So like whoever you're talking to out there, boys and girls, like keep it up.
I'm gonna take a minute to say, wherever you find us, leave a comment. We do want to hear from you.
Yes.
So whether you're listening to us on YouTube or downloading a podcast, wherever it is, give us a review, give us a comment, give us a thumbs up, a thumbs down, a funny face, whatever it is. We do want to hear from our listeners. We love that feedback. More the merrier.
What are you catching in the story that we are missing? Is there a connection that you've made or you've seen that we're not seeing here at the table? Because we're kind of, at least for myself, I'm kind of blind to some of the connections. Hal and I were talking this morning about some of Inara's recent backstory that was revealed and how it reflects on some things that happened in the past.
Which does bring up the point. If you listen to the last episode, what episode?
64. 4, right?
Make sure you listen all the way to the end.
All the way, like half.
We need to put those in a different location.
There is Evan, it didn't intend to be this way, but there is a secret backstory flashback after. It's not a secret, but it's true.
Reveal.
Yeah. I thought I had left enough. I thought as the last record scratch goes, that people would just instantly start to hear the seagulls. And some people are like, oh my gosh, I almost missed it. So
Yeah.
Continue.
Yeah, but yes, if you see a connection, hear a connection, observe something, and you think it's interesting, tell us. We may not see it. I mean, you could help
idea
us.
what we're doing.
Understand, because we've had a lot of serendipitous connections that have happened. We unknowingly we've created a character element that connects to this module or to some machinations that Stacy has, and we didn't know. Sometimes he plays with it and amplifies it, but sometimes he doesn't have to.
Yeah.
Like the Caden Kalen stuff is like, is that right, Caden Kalen? Mm-hmm. Yeah. That stuff is just organic.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like we didn't know that's how it was going to turn out with Plame's character. It's the craziest connection there is, and it's just wonderful.
and it just keeps building. It's so exciting.
Yep, it's cool. But didn't mean to derail that.
No, it's good.
Yeah, that's okay. You may hear sounds of a little puppy frolicking back and forth. She's also feeding off of my little dog Zoe. She's my new puppy. We're recording here at my house if you guys didn't know. She's just bouncing around, stealing food off the table and jumping on laps.
Yeah, and she is occasionally our wargie. Some of the barks and yips you hear are her.
There are a couple of barks and yips that are actually Zoe that I pulled out off of soundtrack and put them in. Yes, in fact, the last ones of Wargie barking in the little kitchenette that's in the shed, right? The little when Wargie's in there, most of those barks are actually Zoe. But Wargie's getting big enough now that I went in and lowered the pitch on Zoe's bark just a tiny bit.
Yeah.
And so
She's a growing. She's a growing Yorg.
Well, it hasn't been that long.
I know.
It's only been a week or two?
Been like a week or two.
I know.
Not getting that much bigger.
She's actually growing so much in the
Sharpening
game.
swords.
Oh, somebody's sword's getting sharpened over here.
That might have been mine.
She's growing so much in the game that she played an integral role in saving Boddy's hide during that Demiri fight.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
100%.
Without that flank and that strike on Demiri to set things off, I don't know if that could have been much uglier.
I think you'd have made it, but I think you'd have been messed up.
Well,
That would have been 20 points of damage, which would have been like equivalency, probably another 2 or 3 rounds.
Yes.
Of her still being up. I don't know that we could have done that.
Once she took out all of your mirror images, it was about to turn nasty.
Oh.
yeah, and that rapier does some serious damage.
2d6.
Yeah,
Plus,
2d6.
what, 4?
Yeah, and on a crit, it's deadly, so it does bonus damage,
Yes, it did.
and it's not fun.
No.
Almost as much.
It'll leave a hurt on you.
She probably does almost as much damage as Inara does with Thang, with that nasty swing on a crit.
Maybe more, to be
I have
honest.
to look at it.
I
don't know.
I love it when Inara does a crit.
I don't think she does more, but man, it's
No?
close. No.
No, it's
Well, it's because the rapier's only d6, whereas
yeah,
Fang's d12.
Well, on critical's D8, but yes.
yeah. The math gets sticky, but it's a lot of damage either way. What we're saying
Math
is
is Pathfinder?
Inara is basically Mathfinder. Inara is basically a boss fight.
She is a wandering boss.
Thank God she's on our side.
Yes.
What about that?
Let's try to keep it that way, Fawin.
Oh my goodness.
Fawin's just straight up lying to everybody these days.
There was right.
She's just going full Fawin.
Get more comfortable.
There's that wonderful moment, and you can really feel the tension. There's been some great tension between Boddy and Inara a little bit with what to do with the hobgoblins, but then he speaks Elven, and for like the 3rd or 4th time, and you can really feel the edge in Inara's voice. She's like, "Will you stop doing that?
Yeah.
I'm standing right here. It's rude."
Yeah, and then when I said her name and she heard it, and you tried to say that she didn't hear it, and you failed the deception check,
Right?
and I was like,
right to her face, man.
stinking dirty elf.
Yeah.
You damn dirty elf.
I think Emily actually kind of glared at me over the table in role play, and it was really great, you know. So, and in that moment, Fawin like backs out of the conversation a little bit, right? She just like steps off to the side, like, okay, I'm not gonna push. Have you seen those biceps? I'm not gonna push, man.
Yeah, that was good stuff.
Yeah. The backstory so here, if you haven't heard the backstory at the end of the outtakes of episode 64, then you might want to pause.
Spoiler.
Go listen real quick because here they come.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
Spoiler.
you've been dropping all kinds of clues, Emily, but it was so insightful to a couple different things. What did you enjoy focusing on in the backstory?
I mean, okay. Stacy wrote it up. So thank you, Stacy. I just wanted to kind of show a little bit more of her like teenage years and like the shift of when she was younger and from the one that we saw earlier.
Yeah, when she's a little kid.
Where she was like happier and there was a nice little family.
Oh,
and
look,
then
it's a night, Mama.
Yeah. And then we jumped to when she's like,
Just wailing on some poor dude.
I think 15 was what was
yeah,
said.
it was around 15-ish.
15, 16, something like that.
Yeah. Just kind of, we don't know what happened in between there. So that's kind of the build up is to figure out what's going on.
Her dad is a
but-
cop, and now she's hanging out with street gangs. What's
Yeah.
going on?
And where's her mom? And you know, like,
It's a lot of mystery.
yeah.
Even
The crazy thing is, at the table, we don't know. The stories
No,
between
I haven't told
Emily
anyone.
and Stacy.
Stacy's the only
Yeah.
one that's read the
Yeah,
backstory.
and that's the way it is for all of us, I think.
Oh, yeah.
There are elements of all of our characters that the others of us do not know. Only Stacy in his wicked, twisted brain knows what's going on.
And I'm a knowledge addict. I just love to know stuff.
Yeah.
And so it drives me absolutely crazy that I have to be like everyone else and
just wait.
to find out what is up with
Brook's always soaking it up, though. He's got a brain
I'm
like a
not-
steel trap. Anything that gets in there gets mangled. Sorry, I just.
Oh, you're fine.
I see the
you're
opening, I go for it. Go.
I'm not going to say anything, but her backstory is not original. Sorry.
there are tropes
Not
though that
original.
follow.
I mean, it is a trope, but it's based on a character, and I feel like people will probably start to recognize that eventually.
Yeah.
I love the fact that like we got this big taste of Inara's backstory, including maybe, I don't know, am I wrong? Including like why she drinks. Maybe, okay, yeah.
You're fishing
see.
hard.
But then we also have all these questions, like we were just talking about. What happened to her family? Why is she on the street? How did she get affiliated with the street gang? It was great because it answered questions and it made me ask more.
And it made you cast around and start seeing if you can make connections. Because like Brooke said, we don't know at the table. I have no idea. So then I'm starting thinking, interesting. So I'm thinking back through, and guys, we've been recording for over a year. It's crazy. But earlier on in the show, we had Plame had a nightmare in a campground.
Yes.
But the next morning, Emily pops up, or Inara pops up, and is just like immediately starts punching trees. So now it's cast back. Well, what if she had a nightmare or an unpleasant dream about it, and this was her way of working some of that out?
Yes.
Also, maybe this is why she doesn't like to go into a rage.
Oh.
Yeah.
Because in the shop was the first rage moment.
And it's obviously traumatic for her, maybe, I assume. But yeah.
God, you're brilliant.
So these are connections I start trying to put together and thinking, maybe. I'll have to wait and see.
Stacy's just smiling evilly.
See, I just play the character and I don't like think about that stuff as I'm playing the character, but
So method
Hal's,
acting.
yeah. I mean, but Hal's right. He's putting stuff together.
Oh,
So,
that's so good.
but when you're just playing the character, you don't think about the connections that you're making for people to find.
And it's the same with Plame. I'm sure Fawin and Boddy are probably the same way. You do things sometimes in the moment, and then 6 months later, you're like, oh, there's some reveal. You know what? That might have been tied to that.
Yeah.
It
Makes us look like geniuses.
until you spill the beans, Al.
We're actually just derping around trying to roll dice and get levels. Yeah. Oh, the story. Okay.
There was one of those moments that was just I think a quick comment at the table, but then in listening to it became much bigger comment. Was Boddy was talking, this is an episode earlier, but Boddy's talking to Inara about how dangerous this situation is, right? And you say something, Boddy says something like, do you think we're just out here finding treasure and gaining power?
Nope.
You know, and I didn't catch it at the table at the time, but then afterwards I was like, oh, very meta, nicely done if it was on purpose. Like, wait, that's exactly what we're doing. Rolling dice and winning awards.
The crazy thing is, and this is, if anybody's played any kind of tabletop RPGs for a amount of time, after your first few characters, where you're really trying to make the most capable, like you're playing the board game part of it. You're trying to
you're trying to maximize.
Yes, you're trying to min max, as they say, or just create a character that's very effective at the mechanics of the game. After a while, you start thinking, maybe that's not as important. Maybe I want to make a character that's more fun to play as a story. And then you finally get to the stage where, like, I'm going to make the weirdest character possible. It's going to have, like...
I'm going to play an emotionally damaged hobgoblin.
Who's going to make a connection with an emotionally damaged human barbarian?
Yeah, in a game of violence, I'm going to be a
and an
pacifist.
emotionally damaged
Yes.
goblin rogue.
Yes, so we've all been playing a sufficient number of years that we've finally entered the weird stage, where we have these flawed dynamic characters.
I'm the only one that's okay.
Will you get her out of here? Go back.
But the interesting thing, there's you got to be careful about that, because you can make characters that absolutely, it's a party game, and there's a party dynamic, and you have to be able to pull your own weight. And if you make a character that doesn't, just a weird character that doesn't do anything, a bard or whatever.
Shots fired. Roll for initiative. Roll. What were you saying about comments, Stacy? Please give us your comments.
But it can be ultimately detrimental to the game. I mean, there's nothing wrong with bards. You can put something that is like, oh, it's going to be so quirky, and I'm going to do this and this and this, and not have any fighting skill or healing skill or support skill. And it's like, well, so you're just an NPC that follows along, right?
Right.
Oh, you're talking about my character in the other campaign.
Well, stagger.
The
The number of times, because it had been a month since we'd played, that every one of us, including the DM, forgot Stagger was here. There was a moment in each episode in which you're like, oh, it's Stagger.
Somebody even said the four of us, and Sam was like, "What do I chopped liver?
Am I invisible over here?
Oh, it was during.
This new outlet's excellent.
It was me all along.
It's
Film of invisibility.
if we came across a group of people that were nice, innocent, and like the four of us walked up, and then all of a sudden Stagrum comes walking from run, they're like, "Oh, get your swords out!"
The dude in the all black armor with the horned helmet, the bloody two-handed sword.
I killed the rest. Get him!
Dragging half a hobgoblin.
He does, after the big fight in the earlier episodes, he comes dragging half a hobgoblin up. You recognize this one? Boom.
It would have helped if it had been the upper half.
That's true. I never specified.
I had to mute Brook. He was dying. Try not to actively die into the microphone, Brook.
Yeah, Brook.
Oh my gosh! You guys are witnessing the pure giggle factor that we have when we put it together.
It's terrible.
Because what we want to do, we want to bring the adventure and the laughs to your table until the next time you get to play.
People ask me D&D, what is that, or RPGs, or what's a tabletop RPG? I said it's really just an excuse to get around a table and make fun of each other and laugh and
Act like idiots.
giggle at each other's jokes. I said you could do the same thing with a poker night or a game, a board game night,
If
or
you start doing the Stagram accent in the middle of poker night, it's not the same.
that would that be a tell maybe?
I would like to bet it all.
I think he's bluffing. I think he's bluffing.
Oh my gosh.
And then no Fawin would be just the same, lying at the table. And anyway,
It is the same game for fun.
Life is poker.
Yep, that's so funny. What were we even talking about?
we need a video camera. We need a video camera that's on Emily because facial expressions alone are just all of her conversation moments, like the smiles, the big smile, the disapproving glare.
Yeah, I can eye roll. Listeners, let us know. Do you want me to set up a camera for our fourth action? I have one. I could do it with very easily.
Now,
Yeah.
I was gonna say.
All the introverts are like zip.
I just wanted to say, I think it would be very fun to watch Inara play poker.
Go on.
She wouldn't know what's going on. She'd just be like,
I win.
I win.
Right.
yeah.
Fang comes out.
Plame still has a couple of decks of playing cards, so we can make it happen.
We
Yeah.
could.
Yeah.
I could see it, Nora, just going like, wait, do I have to learn how to read these cards, or is it because that's just too
What do
much
these
learning.
symbols mean?
What are these numbers? Do I win?
Why is this guy sticking a sword in his head?
Let me show you.
Yeah.
Do I do what's on the card? Stab 3 times? Like what is it?
In the heart.
Hey.
Right in the heart.
Growing up in a gang, she might actually know how to play cards.
Oh my goodness! Of course she does.
That would be
Yeah.
hilarious because everybody would underestimate her, and
Yeah.
she'd be all like,
This is a card
"Green of a week,
That would be exactly what would happen.
aces and eights."
Or, and this is one of those making fun of moments, or would it be like cooking and it's in her backstory but don't have any skill for it?
Yeah.
It's in her backstory. She loves to
Hey.
cook. No one said she knew how to cook.
Hey, the last meal was
It's a different with enthusiasm.
It's just hit or miss. You got to experiment. Sometimes you make something horrible, and then sometimes it's good.
That's right.
Yeah.
And the last meal was good, like a 19 on the dice, and we all rated it. Oh my gosh! And then Wargy. Oh my
I
god.
was so hoping you'd get a nice crit fail. I was going to give the entire party both salmonella and trichinosis.
Owlbear.
Oh my
Owl
gosh,
bear.
never thought about that.
Oh yeah.
Bad cooking could actually give us an ailment.
Make us sick.
Oh,
Surprised it's on the rules somewhere.
I mean,
It probably is.
From the Bison
Going back
people, I'm
further.
sure it's probably yeah.
yeah, I've definitely
What
had
about as
minus.
bad as GURPS when it comes to like minutia and the rules?
Yeah, I've had -5 movement speed IRL from having to get to the bathroom not quick enough. So
I don't know. I always found it makes me move a little quicker.
yeah,
There are skill checks involved right now, and I don't want to talk about any of those.
So you mentioned earlier, I think, August,
Yes. This is a great download month, and here we are, September. Woohoo!
there was an event in August.
Oh my gosh!
How was it? I didn't get to go.
Oh my gosh!
Miracle Con.
I can't believe we did. We should have. Miracle Con was great. It was their best attended Miracle Con that they'd had so far. I think this is year 3.
And for new people or people overseas, what is Miracle Con?
And so Miracle Con is a little one-day convention that's put on by the Children's Health Foundation here in Oklahoma City, and it's a fundraiser. It's a fundraiser for the Children's Health Network, Children's Health Foundation, and it's just fantastic. You meet kind of like Extra Life. It's connected with Extra Life, if you know what Extra Life is. Fundraising for kids, and it just. You get to have a great time, great games, and your admission and stuff is for
You might
is
meet
for
some
kids.
extremely geeky people.
You might meet some extremely wonderfully geeky people, We had a Red Dirt RPG booth there and had a great time. Jeremy was there with us, along with Michael Cross. And then in the evening, Red Dirt got to be a part of Red Dirt Live there at Miracle Con, and we did our Drinks and Dragons, our Brunches and Dragons show, and that was a ton of fun. The crowd was so into it. So if you were at Miracle Con in the crowd, man, did we ever notice you, because it was hilarious. Andrew from Mysteries of Beatrix and Jeremy, I think, stole the show as the two-headed Etten. You actually bought a two-headed sweatshirt,
Yes.
like in a size 4X or 3X or something, where
Yeah,
you guys
whatever
could
the
all
largest
fit
one
in.
they offered
The
was.
largest one they had, so you guys could both fit into
Do
it.
they sell a lot of two-headed sweatshirts out there?
It's on Amazon. There are multiple vendors selling multiple types of them.
Yep.
You need to get them monogrammed if you want, like from a print store. Yeah.
And then Connor took a silver pen. Connor from Red Dirt D&D
Yes.
took a silver pen and wrote with two arrows, one pointing to each head, "I'm wit stupid."
Yes.
And you had to sound out what "I'm wit stupid," how it was
Yeah.
spelled. It was
Very-
They were hilarious. They were
fun.
great.
It was great. I
WIT.
loved it.
Coming up, I think this, I don't know, it may have already passed. Anyway, coming up October 25th is Lexicon in Stillwater, America.
My hometown up there, yeah.
Yeah, in Stillwater, Oklahoma. And we'll be up there doing Drinks and Dragons again, and Red Dirt, and D&D trivia. And again, it's a little one-day thing. It's put on by the library, the Lexicon. Yep, the Stillwater Public Library.
Oh, that's where that comes from.
Yes, you don't have to be named Lexi to go.
It's not. Oh, that's not what it was.
No, I know. Anyway, but and we went last year and had a ton of fun at Lexicon too. So October 25th, come out to Lexicon and see some of us. We'll be there. So woo. Anyway,
Yes.
anything to add to that, Hal? Anything you wanted to mention?
No, I just thought that you had gone to the last one, and
Yeah,
we knew the upcoming one, give people an opportunity to know about it beforehand. this
We
time.
have a Brunches and Dragons coming up too, don't
Oh
we?
my gosh, yes, September 14th. So that will have already passed by the time this rolls.
Oh, that's right.
But yeah.
It was great.
Yes, some of you, we'll pause for a moment, and you guys out there in the future can tell us how it was.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, that's awesome.
Really? That's a good idea.
Great.
Great suggestion.
Everyone forgot I was there.
I was afraid when we got back after spreading out to do a couple different things, when we got back to the tree, I seriously thought we might have a couple of dead prisoners because we left Stagram in charge.
Yeah.
No. He would not.
Just so you know, we didn't. All this stuff that we've been doing in the last couple episodes, besides Inara's outtake, it's all live. It's all unscripted. You know, I did think about what Boddy.
Flashbacks are scripted. Everything else we're just pulling off.
Some of the flashbacks, not all of them.
That's true.
Hal does
Some
like
of
to
them
just
suck.
riff.
True.
Yeah.
I mean, some of them were great. And then there's
Yours were awesome.
But yeah, if we're like stopping in the middle of if we're in the game interacting with characters, for the most part, it is like it's largely, if not all, unscripted. I had to like have a real philosophical conversation with myself about what Boddy would say to these hobgoblins. What would he want to ask them? How would he express himself? And that was a pretty body heavy episode.
was.
For all
That
of
was
you,
great.
for all of you who can't stand my horrible accent, thank you for sticking with it.
It's German, right?
Sure. Yeah.
Sometimes Australian.
I don't even know. I can't.
What continent is he even from?
But I do love that whenever, and Hal, you do this wonderfully well too. There are times whenever the characters are speaking different languages that the accent drops out.
Yeah.
Like when I'll pick a name in a minute. When Plame speaks goblin, Hal doesn't speak with an accent.
and sometimes it's even on purpose.
Yeah.
That's what it was. He just kept forgetting, and so we ran with it.
And Boddy drops the accent when he speaks Elven.
Yes.
And so
And Inara drops the hammer when Boddy speaks Elven.
Yeah. Yeah, she does.
When Inara is not drunk, she has a Western twang.
Which has happened.
She's from Magnemar, y'all.
We've heard it all of 2 times probably, because that's how often she hasn't been drunk.
No, that's just me
That's just Emily.
living in Oklahoma.
Yeah.
We go to the movie theater.
There are people right now backing up to hear what those 2 words were. I know, I heard them, but there are people going, wait, what'd she
That's
say?
actually how I say theater. I
Theater?
say theater.
The theater?
Yeah.
It's a movie theater.
Theater.
Yeah, I
It's
actually
just a
say
single
that.
vowel.
I didn't
Theater.
know that. That's pretty country.
Nothing wrong with country.
There's just a couple words that are like that for me.
There could be money in this. There's a gal on YouTube that does shorts, and she has a Appalachian accent, and people like get on there and give her like support money to say, "Can I pet that dog?
Come on, pet that dog.
Can I pet that dog?" Okay. Yeah.
So they're. If you're wanting a true taste of Appalachian or mountain talk, there is a YouTube documentary called Mountain Talk, and you should listen to it because it is really interesting.
You are really pushing me to make my next character an Appalachian gnome. Appalachian halfling would be more barefoot with a bard.
People say we talk
Yeah.
a little funny around here.
A bard with a banjo. Ding, 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 ding. Hi, y'all.
Oh my God.
This is the stuff we come up with when we're hyped up on caffeine and seeing each other again. This is the game crafting we do.
This is as bad as my idea of a monk who's a luchador.
That'd be so cool. With
He's just got a mask.
the mask.
Yeah.
Oh,
He's got tights and a
man.
mask.
That is fantastic. Especially if he's like bad at everything. That'd be the best.
His preferred weapon is a folding chair.
Oh, that's so good. So good.
Oh my
Things
goodness.
that live in our brain. They really should stay in there.
Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah.
So goblins. We were discussing goblins.
Yeah, well,
Shooting arrows.
Using goblinoid. Yeah, this thing, the conversation of the goblinoids around the tree. It was kind of where I was slowly headed, but you know, that was just a really good conversation. Stacy did a great job with the accent and
Trying to
mimicking the
distinguish. I had 3 people who all speak with the same Cockney accent, and it was hard to distinguish between.
Yeah.
But you did it by personality.
Yeah.
And that's what made it really
Yeah, you have
shining.
Shinnick, who's just completely self-interested. You got Acklam, who's about as smart as a box of rocks.
He's the toady for sure.
Oh, totally. And then you have Demiri.
Oof, that snake, man.
She is a snake, isn't she?
She is dangerous. And then she got loose of the bonds.
And then she got loot. Yes.
And with 1 hit point, still threatened Fawin's life in a very real and scary way.
Oh yeah. I mean, the dice. Thank the great maker. Thank you, SDOA Gaming, for the dice that
Great maker of our dice.
Fawin had hot dice in that moment. Because she was able to successfully hang on to the dagger as Demiri's grabbing for it, and then that telekinetic projectile and was like
Pot upside the head.
the nearly max damage from the telekinetic projectile that's just boom right upside her head.
After listening to it, I was like, okay, this is an amazing scene. I started thinking back in the old versions, you wouldn't be able to do that as easily because she would have got attacks of opportunity on you when you tried to cast your spell.
True.
Which makes me think, did we play that right? Is there a penalty in Pathfinder that...
Let's play wrong? Oh, that's so wrong.
Now we did have a quick discussion because was Fawin grappled and we said no, that Demiri had knocked her down and then was just standing over her.
But she was threatened, obviously.
But she was
And
threatened.
she was prone. So I didn't, and I had, this is like,
Oh, that's right. Demiri, yeah, because her class is Ranger, if anyone wanted to know.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
Evil
technically,
Ranger. Yeah.
it
and
still is. She's
they
not
have-
dead yet.
Yeah.
they have reactive strike as an option, I think. They don't get it automatic.
They get that at like 6th level, I think.
Okay.
She's only 4th.
Okay.
Oh, whew.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Had this been Stagram, things would have gone different.
And another thing that we mentioned in our chat, at at different levels, you get different bonuses to your proficiency with weapons, and you get stat adjustments. So this is totally like
Going off.
Sorry,
on the
yeah.
No, go.
Back to Pathfinder.
It's part of
we're
our
talking
nerdage.
about how dangerous these characters were because they had so many attacks and they had so many like abilities. Every level that an enemy gains can greatly increase their likelihood to hit, and because of the way Pathfinder works, their likelihood to crit.
Yeah.
So if Demiri was 1 or 2 levels higher, she could have been hitting every single strike and having a really
she
good chance
was
to
hitting every strike. It's just that they were
mirror
images.
Yeah.
But yeah, she got close to a crit. If she'd been a level or 2 higher, she'd have gotten a couple crits, which means she would have cut through the image and got body.
Yeah, and hit me no matter what.
And even same thing with the guys in the ranger. They were rangers as well, the ones in the trees?
Yes.
Most of them?
It was, I might as well give it away since the fight's done. It was a pack. She was a 4th level ranger
Yeah.
with a 2nd level lieutenant. That's Chinnick.
He was only level 2?
Yeah. He was that tough at level 2. Wow. And then a pack of 1st level rangers. But they're all made they're not monsters. They were made as characters.
Yeah,
so that makes them a little bit tougher.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, you were fighting like a party.
Yeah.
And,
I
and not
can't
just
believe he
a
was
group of
only
monsters.
level 2.
I mean, yeah, he's just
He hung.
Toe to toe with Inara there for a couple rounds.
like for 3 rounds.
yeah.
Man, that's amazing.
Almost dropped a quarter of her hit points.
Stacy was playing Rangers, was playing those guys fun. I mean, it
yeah.
seemed like you had a ton of fun loading up multi-shot and stuff like that.
Yeah, man. I was going to. You threw off all my plans. Hobgoblins, by the way, have. I think we may have mentioned this in a previous one. They have a cool ability. As long as they're standing next to another hobgoblin, they get a bonus to their armor class.
Yep.
So they were going to clump up there. That's why they had the little shield. They had shields to give them a +2, and then they were going to hang together to give them an extra +2. So they're going to have +4 armor class up there. 2 guys putting suppression fire on your fighters with those high rates of fire, and then Chinnick was going to start sniping for your spellcasters.
Oh.
They had a plan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we talked previously about how different actions and our charging and the arcane assault of the swirl.
Yeah, the arcane assault completely
Yes.
threw their plans out the window.
The
Totally scrambled.
battlefield control that the Fawin is bringing to bear in our fights is extremely, like, it's that little edge that gives us the ability to fight things that are a little tougher than I thought we'd be able to fight.
And that's one of the things that I love about the concept of the witch, depending on like your version, but for the most part, most of the time, witches are not casting fireball, right? They're not that kind of spellcaster. The witch is back there manipulating, causing, psychic damage with Needle of Vengeance.
Wait, are we talking about combat or what she does when she talks?
Needle of Vengeance is how she speaks.
Yeah. I'm getting confused here. They're very similar.
And so that's a lot of fun. And then she has these weird occult-esque, I mean, no pun intended, because she pulls from the occult spell list, right? But she has these weird occult moments of telekinesis and stuff. And so luckily she rolled high enough that being prone, the -2 penalty wouldn't have affected her. And then, as you said, the attack of opportunity would have been next level. It's not attack of opportunity anymore.
Reactive strike.
Reactive strike.
Yes.
Would have been next level. So
Well, I never got to have the flurry because Demiri has a flurry ability.
Oh my.
oh no, like a monk, like a flurry of blows?
Yeah, multiple attacks.
When she marks someone as her hunted prey
Oh no.
body, she can get a flurry of attacks. So instead of going 0, -5, -10, it's 0, -2, -4.
That's what I'm saying.
Is that like a
Excuse me, -2, -2, -4, -4. Because she can do a double attack with the dagger and.
I think she only did that once per round, though. I think it's a flourish ability, which means you want to do it once per round.
yeah.
So-
Well, the thing is, though, she dropped her dagger in order to pull.
Correct. The potion.
The potion.
Which once again
Back
it's
to Wargy.
Back to
Which
Wargy.
threw
that
her
20
flurry
point
ability
difference.
out the window.
Yes, and she was rolling away to escape the flank and to get a heal. Rolling away to get the flank.
Aren't you glad Wargy was there?
Amen.
Yeah,
Yes.
Wargy was clutching that battle.
Yes.
She really turned the tide, at least to their duel.
Yeah. And this is the dynamic that Inara's character brings besides her own prowess. having that animal companion gives us another element on the battlefield.
He has her
to be
animal
strategic.
friends.
And all of that was because she made a choice back a year ago to save the puppy.
Which we did not plan.
No, of course not.
Yes.
No.
Emily did not even know about the Beastmaster Augensite
we
at that
just
point.
Yeah, she didn't know that was an option.
No, she just played her character.
Just played Inara.
Out.
Oh my gosh, Inara saving a little orphan puppy.
What?
Because, oh my god, I love the universe.
Yeah, that's great.
Because part of her character is that has very like motherly instinct,
Yes.
but she's a Nara, so it's kind of weird.
But the hallway scene with Plame,
The hallway fear scene.
that was one of the most touching scenes of the show. I mean, it really hit hard for me at least. I was like, wow,
Yeah.
these characters are taking on a life of their own.
And it's so interesting because now my brain goes, what's the birth trait Inara like? Is she that motherly figure who's super protective and care and compassion? But now this life happens pathway Inara, who still has those elements back in her, but has all this brutality.
More like that trait came on forcefully because she had to protect her sister.
Yes.
Yes.
And we are. Does that make us her like puppy pack? Because the conversation she had with Fawin after Boddy had his like emotional outburst and like kind of started distancing himself from the party mentally, emotionally, I should say. She's like, we'll go find him.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not gonna let him run.
We're not going to let him
He's with
go.
us now.
He's not going to get.
Yeah.
And but then she says it so forcefully that even Fawin is like,
Oh, yeah, of
So we're all trapped here? Like, is it? We're not going to let him go away. He's not going to leave us.
Fawin's like, what kind of relationship did I enter with this barbarian?
But it's that forceful compassion or that, I don't know
Yeah.
what it is, right?
Yeah.
You're all
Or-
her little sister now.
Yep. We're all her little
family.
sister. Oh.
And where is Pris now?
Where
Oh
is
my
Pris
gosh. Oh my gosh. There's so many questions.
We don't know. Then does Emily know is the question?
Yeah, well, I don't know how Stacy is gonna do anything.
Yeah. Good luck with
But-
that.
That makes two of us.
Yeah. Sure. It's gonna get weird as well.
No, it's going to be amazing.
I have my idea, and then it's up to him on how he does
it's-
things. But
One of the listeners, my buddy Ben, he knows that I had a basic sketched out idea of what my backstory was with Boddy, and I liked it quite a bit. And I said, "Here, what do you think?" And Stacy said, "I'll work with that." And he's taken it in a different direction that I like more. Like he's added more detail to it, more intricacies, and we've we've got to play around with some of the basic concepts that I had, and he's taken it to another level. And I really
Because the idea, I'm sorry, but the idea of AWOL was probably always there.
Yes.
Right? But now we have an actual enemy.
Yeah.
Brotiv
the Butcher.
part of the butcher. Yeah. We talked about that.
Butcher of the Bloody Blades.
Yeah.
Because someone is a sucker for alliteration.
Wait, is a sucker? Yeah, they are. You're exactly right.
Yeah, so and that's awesome that lingers out there too.
Yeah.
And Stacy's done a fantastic job of blending the pathway of the module with our backstory stuff.
Yeah, and Plame and Kate and Kaylin connection. You guys have done some amazing work on that. I love how that all works out. And Stacy has gone to talk to each one of us and helped us build this really cool backstory that blends into this module and blends into the overall arc.
You all are connected to Isger.
Yes. The one we have, so it keeps on rotating which one we know the least about. So for a while, Boddy was the most in the dark.
Yes.
And
Now I think he's the one that probably had the most revelation.
I think
Him
so.
and Plame, oddly enough,
yes.
had more revelations than anybody.
Plame was mysterious in the beginning, and we learned about some of his backgrounds first.
The loss of his village and
Yes,
the fear
which is awesome.
elements and how he feels unworthy way down deep.
Yeah, amazing. Still get like emotional about it. Oops, sorry, Zoe just jumped on my microphone. The one we have the least information about now, I think it's swung back around to Fawin.
Maybe it's a Fawin and Inara.
We know about we know about your connection with Mesmer, and we've got some hints about your parents, but we don't know exactly we just got like more questions from her backstory, like, why are they so important? What kind of magic do they do? Why do they know the magic? Do they use it for war? What's going on?
Yeah.
So,
The fact that Fawin's mom, the party doesn't know this yet, but Fawin's mom is a Hell Knight, right?
Yes.
And so,
She's a very particular type of Hell Knight. She's a specialized type of Hell Knight.
And if you've been paying super close attention, she's actually made an appearance.
Yep.
What?
Yep. If you pay super close attention, she's actually made an appearance, Fawin's mom.
I mean, if you want to pay... Nope, scratch that, never mind.
I didn't catch the connection.
Oh, yeah. Now, I know it, but,
No, wait, no, I can't say that. Yes, if you want to... if you pay super close attention, Fawin's dad quite possibly has made an appearance as well.
Yes.
What?
Yes. That's not set in stone yet, but it's an incredible possibility.
What? No.
If you've listened to the episodes, there are some moments in
I'm
which
in the episodes.
Well, maybe you should listen more. Start talking all the time.
That's good luck.
There's been references to them in the episode.
But in the backstories,
Yeah.
there's a couple of flashback scenes in which they both appear.
Yeah,
they have appeared not just in Fawin's backstory.
That's what I'm talking about.
Plame and Inara is what you're talking about.
Maybe. Probably. But yes.
Don't forget, there was also
I'm done.
Plame's dad that appeared in one of the backstories for possibly for Stagger him. I'm kidding.
That had me. I was like, what?
Daddy Stagram? Is that what we're talking about here?
He's half goblin.
Yeah.
All right, the siege of the city, has that come yet?
Yeah, the city, yes.
You know, it could have been. Some of his
Absolutely.
relatives there.
Absolutely. Okay, man, now I gotta go back and listen again.
But you go back and listen to Inara's backstory and Plame's backstory. There's a very strong possibility that you will see Fawin's mom.
I thought you meant that they had been like in town somewhere. Or,
yeah.
That's
Well, he was at the butcher.
yeah.
At the butcher shop.
Yeah.
That was Fawin's second cousin. Once removed.
Turns out everyone's related in this room, man. It's a small town. It's like everyone's related.
Anyway,
Ding, 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 ding.
we're back to the halfling.
And back to the halfling.
Back to the halfling from the Appalachian Mountains. Yes.
So one of the things I wanted to say.
Back to Ranger.
Back to the Rangers. I did see something. So I was thinking through, I don't know if we had talked about it after the game or whatever. Several times the Rangers up in the trees were firing 2 shots, right?
Yep. Yes.
It's a Ranger ability.
Yeah, you can basically you take 2 shots at once, but you have to take the -5 penalty on both shots.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Which is interesting to me. I was watching a YouTuber, the video's named Real Life Archer versus 5 Film Shots, but it's guy Blumenek, I think is how he says his name.
Oh yeah, that guy's
he
cool.
he was doing stuff, and one of the things he did was the double shot, and he made a point that I had never thought of, and I thought was really interesting. So when you're talking about archery, you're talking about a bow, and all the power that you generate from a bow shot is power that is potential energy as you draw the bow released into the kinetic energy.
Yeah, I was pushing the arrow.
Pushing the arrow. If you fire 2 arrows, the power of the bow does not change. So your arrows each have half as much energy
Yep.
as a single one. Now, granted,
unless you pull
the
back
harder to
further.
hit,
Yep.
I could say yes. Then he talked about that some. That is definitely harder to hit. But there was no way that skill levels could make both those arrows hit for the same maximum point of damage that you get firing a single arrow.
Point.
Oh my gosh! And
Come
in
on,
the game,
Paizo, get your stuff.
I mean, come on.
That's if you're firing them simultaneously.
Yes.
Is that what the double shot describes it as? Like shooting,
Well, it just allows you
knocking
to-
2 bow arrows on your bow?
I think so.
I don't know. Because in Dungeons and Dragons it is.
fire 2 arrows as a single action.
So that would be
But remember, it's over 6 seconds. So
also true.
yeah.
Well,
so that's what
you get 3 actions a second, so it'd be over 2 seconds.
There's another dude on.
So it could be just.
There's
Yeah.
another dude online that talks about the Mongolian firing method, and they would have multiple arrows in their hand. They go floop, floop, and like in a span of 1 second, shoot 2 individual arrows.
Yes.
So if it's that style, it is harder to hit because you're aiming quickly. but be the same power. Whereas if you're locking 2 arrows and hitting one target with them, I think it's called multi-shot, isn't it? How they describe that in 3.5.
Yes.
That's where you just take a handful of arrows, knock them on one string, and let them fly. And
Not very accurate.
yeah, now
It's like a shotgun effect.
Yes.
With the right skill, he was very accurate with them, with the caveat of having a specific distance from the target, because it's dictated by how wide your bow is. As the angle of the 2 arrows as they're knocked one on either side of the shaft of the bow's body.
They're going to start to diverge.
They will diverge. So if your 2 targets are at a known distance and a known distance apart from each other, then it can be very accurate.
yeah.
Amazing.
We're getting very nerdy about this.
Yeah.
The thing to remember is the game mechanics don't always reflect reality exactly.
Yes.
What? Pathfinder
know.
doesn't reflect
It's
reality?
surprising.
Yeah, if you want that, play GURPS.
Generic universal role playing.
5 million rules for everything. They don't actually factor in like how anxious is your character? How does that affect his ability to aim?
If we were playing GURPS, we've been playing for a year now. If we were doing GURPS, we would have just finished with character creation.
Correct. And yeah, if we were playing Traveler, 3 of our characters would have died in that process.
In the character creation process.
If we were playing Paranoia, it would all have been one character's fault for those 3 deaths.
No matter what happened, it was him.
I think in Paranoia you can actually die during character creation.
You can.
It's like in
Okay, so another rule that someone, Hal, brought up, and I really should have slammed you guys with. It didn't explicitly say it in the module, so I didn't. But
Well, I think it's this is where Pathfinder maybe has us. I think it's a little flaw because there's different terms, but they're very similar and they're easy to get confused.
Like fatal and deadly.
Right, fatal and deadly,
or like concealed and
concealed,
unnoticed.
unnoticed.
Yeah.
Those,
hidden, unnoticed, and concealed.
Yes.
And when you're talking about difficult terrain versus uneven terrain versus difficult terrain outside,
Yeah.
which difficult terrain when you're traveling is traveling through like jungle and you're having to hack your way through. You're just impedes progress. But that's not the same as in combat when you have difficult terrain and you have
Uneven
ground, and they are completely different things.
Yeah,
And so after the prisoners were taken by the sheriff, right?
Yep.
And Plame goes into town. That was we won't spend a lot of time, but that was a suspenseful moment when Plame goes off into the woods by himself, right?
Yeah, well, no, I don't know what you mean.
I wanna bring
He's
that up,
great.
by the way.
He is the forester. He is the ranger. He goes out. He's the scout. He's awesome at
The
it.
dice tell the story, and he goes completely the opposite direction.
Yeah.
Anytime Plame
Has a
leaves,
nice random encounter with a pack of
lumberjacks.
They're okay.
And I brought this up because I was trying to, I think, speaking of us making the wrong interpretation of a rule, back in a while back in the episodes where Fawin gets eaten by the ooze. Very fond memories of Fawin.
For everyone except for Fawin.
Where he was hopping over, and I think it was difficult terrain in the module, not uneven ground, but either way.
Difficult terrain.
Plame does have a skill, a feat, that allows him to not be off guard in uneven ground.
Ah.
Which is, and then I was like, what do you mean? I did some more digging on that. And when you're talking about...
Oh, it's right. Uneven ground versus difficult terrain. What is the difference, Hal?
Yeah. I'm just going to pull up so that we can read. These are all off the same page of the player's core book, which I think is 423. Yeah, look up the stuff. Hey, difficult terrain is any terrain that impedes your movement. And you can read it all, but basically it gives you some extra movement penalties, right? So if you would normally move 5 feet per square, it could be 10 feet. If it's exceptionally difficult terrain, that could be 15 feet. Uneven ground is a different thing altogether. Or is it uneven? Uneven ground is an unsteady enough where you need to balance.
like
or
loose
risk-
rocks by a river,
Right.
or
you're along a
Slimy
ledge.
cave floor.
slimy cave. floor?
Yes.
I should have hit you.
Where do we
guys
find
with
one of those?
Yeah. Or you risk falling prone, right? So you have to actually, not only do you have to be careful about it, right? Not only does it slow you down, you can actually fall. And When you're on uneven ground, you're off guard unless you have, like Plame does,
Steady
the ability
balance,
to
like that.
be expert balance where you're not off guard. And then each time you're hit by an attack or you fail a save when you're on uneven ground, you have to make a reflex save or you fall.
Oh man!
It hits
So
you,
we go
knocks
to
you
the
down.
cave with the spider, not a spider. The
Tixatog,
Tixatog.
which is a unique animal to Isger.
It's crazy.
Not anymore.
And the crazy thing is,
Well, he wasn't a unique Tixatog.
it doesn't have to be a big nasty creature that's hitting you. So you could get swarmed by a bunch of little spiders, for instance.
That
You get bit
spider's
by
so
one, you react to it, and you fall down.
Yeah,
and then all the other
that's right.
spiders have a better chance to hit you. So
Well, they have a good, better chance at you anyway because you're off guard to them.
And then-
Yeah, so everyone's armor class would have dropped by 2.
then you're prone, you can't hit them back as easily. It gets ugly real fast.
Amazing.
You stay in your cloak, you have to get cleaned. Oh, it's awful.
You stain your cloak.
Well, I think Plame about stained something when that thing tried to swallow him.
Yeah.
Made his save by 1.
Yep.
And if he'd have been, no, he wouldn't have because he
That would have been off guard because of that. So that's good.
Yeah.
Which then goes into
If
the
you hadn't had that, you'd be
other end we were talking about, as you go up in levels, you get some +1s and every +1 counts.
Yep.
It makes it better to hit, makes it easier to make criticals. It also helps when you're making saves like that, right? Every +1 counts. So
You just
100%.
by 1 point. Otherwise, you would be Tixatog Chow.
Man, that was scary. That was a scary moment to think of Plame trapped inside this creature.
Yeah.
Right?
What was that like? How would you know what it was like, though, Fawin? How would Fawin know what's it to be stuck inside something
Flashbacks
trying to digest you? We've had, as players, we've seen that a few times, like people getting stuck inside of a monster and it's very nerve-wracking. Emily, one of her characters in other game we play, it was...
Got swallowed
you
by
were-
a T-Rex.
Yes, you were...
I think.
Yeah, exactly. You were one
Yeah.
turn away from death.
Yep.
It was crazy.
I don't know how we made it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it got crazy.
That would
Yeah.
that was an awesome end to the fight though, because we
was.
kill the T-Rex and then she just comes bursting out of it like the Kool-Aid man.
Yeah.
you hear the coughing of the gun inside the big bug.
Yeah. I believe she got saved by a cleric casting, using their healing power. That's an AoE healing power that actually channeled positive energy, channeled through the T-Rex's body.
Which was probably a little bit of DM grace, I think.
I think it's an area of
Area of effect.
It's line of effect still because it's biological matter blocking her. It's not a line of side effect.
Yep.
So it heals both the T-Rex, but that's a problem. It healed the T-Rex too.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then okay, I know we're going off onto an adventure no one else knows about.
Yes.
But then we have a thief who is hiding in the water, a halfling thief.
Yeah.
He's hiding in the surf because we're on a beach. He pops up and basically backstabs with a sling stone.
Yeah.
This T-Rex gets a crit and kills it. Which I love that because like the entire party, we were firing ballistas at this thing. We were hitting it with fireballs. I mean, it is a knockdown, drag out fight. It eats our best fighter over there.
And the halfling pops up
And the
with a
halfling
slingshot.
pops up and goes boink. He's like, that's all you had to do, just hit it in that spot. God, you guys suck. Get good. And he walks off.
Get good.
Still only counts as one.
Get good, scrub.
If you have not played a tabletop RPG, this is the magic of creating memories around a table.
There you go. There you go. You know who probably fan and subscriber who could probably help us out with that rule, and that is Black Lego, who will often correct us and help us on YouTube, giving us comments.
Yeah.
So a few weeks ago, a month or so maybe ago, he entered in on the deadly versus fatal conversation, right? And
I didn't see that.
And helped, and it came up to the same conclusion that Hal did.
Yeah.
But Black Lego, shout out to you, man, because you keep us.
Yeah.
You definitely help us in a polite way. You're very nice about saying, actually.
Yes. Yeah.
Actually,
Yes, I love the actuallys because I honestly want, as we're playing this game, I don't want to fudge the numbers.
Well, the entire purpose that why we went with Pathfinder 2 is because none of us had ever played it.
Correct. So we
Yeah,
are
we're learning.
noobs. If you,
He was
been
talking
out for
about
1 year.
Black Lego on YouTube said that we were talking about fatal aim, and he basically talks about the change in die that we were talking about, and he said so a normal hit with a 1d8 is going to give you an average of 4.5, but a critical hit with fatal becomes that 1d12, and the average becomes 19.5.
Correct.
Wow.
Because it's 3 dice at
Because
that
it's
point.
3 dice at that point.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Nuts.
Well, think about your fatal
Yes.
morning star.
Yeah, and-
which is not something morning stars normally have.
So yeah, I did wear a pick. So Boddy did have a pick on his side that he picked up in one of his odd
Still
jobs.
has. You've never sold it,
He
right?
still has it. Yeah, he still has his pick, and the pick has fatal. So I'm familiar with the ability, and I really like it. I think it's the most dynamic
it's
weapon.
dangerous.
It's very dangerous. The fatal weapons are very dangerous. But Boddy doesn't use it very often. He uses it against inanimate creatures or animals that he doesn't find morally objectionable to kill. He only used other weapons against normal sentient humanoids because he's still wrestling with his philosophies. But that club, the Lictor's Morningstar, it doesn't normally have fatal, and Boddy doesn't know that it has the fatal trait. He doesn't understand how dangerous it is. And the listeners and players, we've all probably noticed that
It's a ball bat with 16 penny nails.
Yeah,
It's what it is.
it does interesting things like absorbing blood that's been on
It
it.
doesn't seem to be dirty after it has smashed someone.
And Boddy's not cleaning it, so
What could go wrong?
Usually some sort of cursed item.
yes. But
What kind of cursed item would the head of a group known as the Hell Knights be?
Seriously, they're nice guys.
and Boddy just picked it up and started using it because it's a +1 weapon.
Maybe one Hell Knight's curse is another Magus's blessing.
All right.
Well, as long as it doesn't start whispering to him as we're going into this cave.
Oh, God.
Hasn't happened yet. We'll find out.
We
But-
could.
Speaking of whispers, the Vaz connection that might be in this cave and whatever this Raldar thing is, as players, as characters, do we know the Raldar name yet? I don't think.
Yeah, it came out of a book.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, it was in. Well, you found Vaz's.
That's right.
You read her diary, Brooke.
That's
Come
right.
on, not
Yeah,
okay.
That's right. And
Oh.
yeah, and we and again we found like one
Her
right
research
there.
notes.
Yeah.
That very last.
That very last thing. Yes. Yes.
And then you got a few names. One, Raldar, in the mountain here in the Goblin Blood Caves.
Yes.
You have Vaz,
Malarunk.
Malarunk. Well, Malarunk is the guy
He's
who
up in the
came-
cave. He's through the portal.
He's the one that came through the portal. You have so many people to meet.
And Orburger.
That makes me hungry, actually. I could use a
Go on down to Norberger's.
Yep.
Yeah.
And we're
Yeah. Get us the skin sauce special. Oh yeah. Oh. Nah, I'm not gonna bring that up. There's a connection to Magnamar.
Is there?
Oh, wow.
There is. I know. Brooke knows.
Cult of Skinsaw. That's another name
Yeah.
for someone.
Was he in the Running Man? Oh no, that was Bonesaw.
That's Bonesaw. That's his brother.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. That you also got another name in her research notes.
Yes.
Scarlet Triad.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
That's the crazy criminal organization that she
No,
might
the merchants.
Yeah.
I'm an honest businessman.
Yeah.
Me as a player, that is not the same place.
Nope.
No.
No, they're from Katapesh, which would be
Yes.
south over the inner sea in northern Garoon.
Yeah. Yeah. But the
It's kind of a Middle Eastern type. It'd be like if you can imagine a real world. If you imagine Aveston is like Europe.
Yeah.
Garoon is like Africa.
Right.
Katapesh would be the guys you've been from are the Mwangi, which would be like I don't know, Nigeria, Congo type area.
Yeah. Congo
bottom
type
Africa.
area. Yeah.
Katapesh is up in the northeast. It would be like Egypt, Sudan, Ethiopia, that type area.
Yeah.
It's like in the northeast, whereas Garoon is central west. It's west central, Garoon. And so it's a different group.
Yeah. But the Scarlet Triad, they are a business organization.
The mafia.
Yeah.
I think we should go meet them, but we're not going to unless we.
Next time, guys.
We'll see who makes it.